Hey there PlayStation fans, Darth Carnivorous here and welcome back to another epic PlayStation video. And guys, today I am testing out my new phone. I do have one of the Oppo Find X5 or 5X, I can't really remember which one it is. You know, obviously you guys probably know, but anyway, I thought we'll try this one out. See how good the quality is for recording, video, quality, whatever else. This is going to be recording in 1080p anyway, guys. Yes, I can do 4K, but I thought we'd do 1080p. You know, give it a try. Anyway, so I want to show you this off, guys. I'm going to do this, you know, a couple of days ago, and I just, you know, got caught up with work and things like that. So, you know, that's just what happens. Now, what I have here is this is a PSP, right? This is no ordinary PSP, this is a PSP 1000, so in my honest opinion, this right here is the best version of the PSP, mainly because of the, you know, I do love the PSP 1000, I love the fact that it's heavier than the 2000 and 3000, obviously it's more mechanical, especially having like the mechanical UMD slot as well. That's just so cool the way it kind of pops open, you know, it's just a little release there, you know, oh, that's just so satisfying. So, as you can see, this is a custom shell. Yes, it's a third party shell, and yes, it's one of those transparent shells. And yeah, I got my friend, my really good friend, to actually put this together for me. I'm not really the best at things like that, and he knows what he's doing, so he done that for me. And the good thing is though, I bought myself a PSP 1000 probably a couple of weeks ago, maybe, yeah, about 3 weeks ago, and took his time getting to me. Obviously, so did this, what do you call it, sorry guys, had to pause it. It just got to the 2 minute mark there and the screen went off, but it was still recording. That's a strange one, that's why I went silent, so I do apologise. Anyway, yeah, so he slapped this all together, but when I bought this, I bought a PSP 1000 that had the IPS mod, so that's the whole point in this one. That's why this is my favourite PSP ever, and yeah, it's so damn cool. I've got IPS mods and, you know, my Game Boy Advances, my Game Boy Color, what else have I got an IPS mod on? Well, there's IPS mods on my DSi XL, but that came standard. My 3DS XL doesn't have any IPS on it, which is sad because IPSs are just, they're so much brighter, they're so much, I actually just noticed how bright the video got there, you know. But yeah, this thing is amazing. I do love the IPS screen. I mean, don't get me wrong guys, I've got my other two PSP 3000s. I do have both of them still. Here's my silver one. This one's completely unmodded, apart from obviously the software. This one does have custom firmware, but this one is completely untouched by anything. As you can see, you can see the quality of this thing, how immaculate this thing is, and you know, I think if I can see it closely, if you look at the top, I think it's like right up here somewhere. I'll get closer actually. You can, if it focuses, nah, it's hard to see. There's like a little ding there, a little scratch, but the rings on here are very easily, you know, prone to scratches. This one here, it's hard to tell. This one here doesn't have any scratches on it. It's got this mark right up here. It looks like a oily fingerprint, but I think if I remember correctly, this does have like a little, you know, little protective film on there. Because obviously this had the protective film on it as well. So yeah, my friend put this all together for me, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. The only thing is though, because this is a third party case, it's not like in the best of quality, if that makes sense. You know, if you listen here, you know, this part here creaks a lot. It's not all that bad actually, but this part here, this is probably the worst because it doesn't sit in here properly. It kind of, you know, you can easily just knock it over. And yeah, other than that, I decided to keep the buttons because these were obviously the official buttons, the official analog slider. Yeah, it does say there, turning off preview, extend recording time, blah blah blah. So anyway, I wonder if you can turn that off, but right now it just has a a recording timer, and it says on the right side of the screen, tap to show preview. It's probably going to wait to turn that off, I'm not really sure, but hopefully, because obviously when I'm recording things, I want to look through the viewfinder to actually see what I'm, where the camera's pointing. Anyway, yeah, so let's get this bad boy powered on. I think if I remember correctly, I'm playing, yes, I am playing Blood 8 Raw 2. You can see the quality of the IPS screen, how bright that is, how beautiful it is. I'll just quit this quickly. So what I was saying is, guys, that the casing, the shell itself is not in the highest of quality compared to something like this, but I am planning on trying to get myself another PSP 1000, just one with like a standard, stock screen, and then see if my friend would be able to swap it over for that, because then having an IPS screen in an official case, that would just be like the ultimate PSP ever, I can try and do some comparisons, guys, but it'd be... Actually, I'll take this out of this this little shell here, because you'll be able to see it a lot easier. So obviously, with this one, guys, you get this is the 3000, but it's technically the slim and light version as well. But you just have to, that opens up and just closes. It's just as simple as that. Whereas that one's more, it pops open, it's more mechanical. Let's see if I can see that scratch. Like, you can barely see it. Obviously, you can see it in person, but I mean, I've had this thing for quite some time now, and yeah, I absolutely love this one. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I've not even got an SD card in here. That's a good thing about the SD cards for the PSP. They're just plug and play. As long as you've got custom firmware on there, they'll play no problem. So yeah, it was kind of a bit quite hard to show, but that's the PSP 3000 at full brightness. Okay, and yeah, it's very, very vivid, very colourful. But this one right here is 1, 2. Right, so 1, 2, 3. That's that one at full brightness. So unless you're kind of comparing them, face to face, like I don't mean face to face like facing these two. I mean like you're looking at them with your own eyes. Obviously, cameras can pick up things differently from the human eye. But yeah, it's so cool. But like I said, guys, I'm going to try and get myself another 1000 that's in decent condition, just so I can swap over the screens. Now, the benefit of having IPS screen is, 1, it's sharper, 2, it's got a higher refresh rate compared to this, 3, it's more vivid. It's not more vivid, it's just a bit more vivid, and there's 0 ghosting, whereas in the PSP 1000 had really bad ghosting. The PSP 2000, the slim and light, had reduced ghosting, but it was still there. The 3000, which is right here, has the sort of interlaced sort of effect. So like objects would look kind of scrambled looking. That's the only way I can explain that. And obviously I had the PSP E1000, which I don't really know why people would want that one. It's a horrible, horrible console. It really is. Mono sound and shit looking screen and whatever else. But a lot of people in America seem to love it for some reason. I don't really know why, but I mean, fair enough, it's your preference. You can obviously do that if you like. Let's see. That's a great thing about having custom firmware. You can just go into shutdown device just so easily without having to flick the little switches. Okay, so I have the same SD card that I had in this one. So all the games that were on there are obviously on here. Let's see what I can launch. You know what? Now, a lot of people don't really like Crisis Core that much. I do. It's one of my favourite PSP games. And I still actually have the copy. I have the copy that I ordered years ago, way back in 2007 I think it came out. I got mine about 6 months before it came out here in the UK and obviously America, and I still have that exact same copy. It's one copy I couldn't get rid of, because it's not got any, like a PEGI 16 and whatever else on it. But what I want to show you guys is how amazing the quality of the cutscenes are, because if you know Crisis Core, you know that the cutscenes like this are just, you know, they're absolutely beautiful. So what I will do is, I'll just start a new game, and then we'll just obviously watch it. Yeah, I'll pull that closer. One other thing is though, I feel that the PSP 1000 is louder, even though the speakers are right there. So you get a speaker there, and obviously the other ones are front facing speakers. I still find that this is a lot louder. Actually, you know what? But yeah, that's at full volume. And the good thing with this case as well is you do get the PSP logo there, you get the Sony logo there, and the PSP there, and also on the back. I mean, you can see like how, you know, how amazing and clear it looks. I mean, you would swear that that's HD, you know, how amazing that looks. Okay, so instead of playing that whole thing, I'll just, this is only a preview, guys. One is to test my new camera out, two, it was just to show this one off as well. I'll probably show off another video when I get another case for it, like a proper official case, you know, so obviously one like this, so the quality will be a lot higher. The only thing that bothers me about this one is, it's just this part here, it does creak quite a lot, and the thing is though, the D-pad, because of this case, the D-pad isn't as raised. Like, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks quite as if it's raised. But some games, especially some of the Street Fighter games, you can't do any special moves, like obviously Hadoukens. If you're playing like a Mortal Kombat game, you would be like down forward and whatever else. Whereas in a Street Fighter game, it's like half circles, quarter circles, and things like that. And for some of the Street Fighter games, they don't work whatsoever, and I thought it was maybe just the game, but I tried them out on this PSP and they work absolutely fine. So that's one thing that bothers me. That's why I want to get myself like a, you know, an official case or official shell. I don't mind having obviously the sort of the chrome black shell, it doesn't really bother me. I can always get, I've actually got one of these cases for this model anyway, so it'll keep the kind of dust prints off them. But yeah, I do love this thing, guys. This is one of my new toys. This is one of my new favourites. And don't get me wrong, I do love the transparent effect, you know, because you get to see all the internals and how the things look inside and things like that. It's really, really nice. There's a big battery as well. So the battery that came with it, do you know what, guys? This actually does hold a charge. And I mean, this thing's over, well, almost 20 years old. And the battery still works great. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because of this is body, but yep, there you go, Sony, and the PSP logos at the very bottom there. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's right there anyway. That's definitely an official battery. Well, I knew that anyway, it's just to show off to you guys. But yeah, I do love this thing, I really do. And obviously the viewing angles are fantastic. Doesn't go washed out looking or inverted looking. Yeah, so it's beautiful. It really is. When my friend done it for me, I was so happy. That way I just played. I played this quite a lot, and I played other games quite a lot, and it's good to just fire up. And like I said, guys, the battery does last a long time. You know, I'll just quit this one. As you can see, the battery indicator up there is still full. The only thing is though, because of these these devices are, so old. It's just the technology they had back then as well. There's no fast charging or whatever else. The phone that I'm using right now has got fast charge. It's got super fast charge where you can charge from 0 to 80% in half an hour. It's absolutely crazy. Right, let's see, system, battery information. There you are. It's still 100%, even though I have been playing Bloody Roar for about an hour. I was playing, what was I playing? I was playing something else, Alien Trilogy before that, because yeah, it's one of my favourites. And then obviously I booted up Crisis Core there, and you can still see that this is still set to 100%, which is absolutely crazy. I'm so happy with that, because I've got the original battery for this, I've got the original battery for that, I've got the original battery for my other PSP 3000, which is actually in this box. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I've shown this one off. This one here, guys, as well as another modded one as well. And this one's another 3000, but it does have the, the sort of, I think it's emerald green case shell, whatever you want to call that. This one, obviously, because it's been swapped over, it's in immaculate condition, and it does have the original buttons from the last 3000 that I bought, which was completely scratched to hell. The 3000 that I swapped over for this was scratched to hell. The screen was all scratched, so when you were playing games, that's all you would see is these big, deep grooved scratches, because these are plastic. And yeah, so yeah, I've got the official batteries for this one as well, and yeah, I fucking love it. I really do. The only thing with this one is I don't know if it's probably a defect, or maybe one of the people before myself that actually owned this. It's going to be hard to tell on camera, but if you've got like a white screen, you can see sort of a yellow tint around. So I don't know if it's like screen burn or something. Let's see if I go to themes, and then that's the colour I'm looking for. So one. Right, so there we are. So that's supposed to be white, but you can see at the top part there, it's a sort of pinky hue to it. It does not affect anything in game whatsoever. Believe me on that. But now I'm on the sort of silvery part, and that part here is slightly yellow, so you can kind of see it if you look at the settings icon, you can kind of see it there. But like I said, guys, it's not a big deal whatsoever. This is obviously one of my backup PSPs. And yeah, they're all modded anyway. So anyway, guys, that's it for the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed this one. So if you did, smash the like button, throw me your double horns. Also subscribe to my channel for more epic PSP, PlayStation stuff like this. And sayonara.